I want to be clear to those who try to oppose the United States. I want to be clear to those who wish to do us harm. I want to be clear to those around the world who want to destroy our way of life.
That I had, a couple months ago, I seen fire falling from heaven, and in each state there was like an individual there waiting for the fire of God to fall on them. I'm telling you right now, there is a move of God coming, man. I feel the power and the Holy Ghost on me so strong, and God is about to bring the backsliders back.
Huckabee talks about honor. Honor? Are you kidding me? You saying that it's an honor to die in Iraq and to fight a war that we started and we're in the wrong?
Here, I've got a message for all the people out there who say that we're going to be outnumbered, we're going to be outgunned, we're going to be outmatched.
If we don't act now, we're going to lose all our rights. And I'm not trying to scare anyone. You don't have to believe what I'm telling you. You can look it up for yourself.
My name's Daryl Anderson. I served in Baghdad, Iraq from January 04 to July 04.
Good afternoon. My name is John Michael Turner. I currently reside in Burlington, Vermont. I served with Kilo Company, 3rd Battalion, 8th Marines as an automatic machine gunner.
When are we gonna realize that people fighting in Iraq against us, they're not terrorists, they're soldiers. What we do if somebody invaded us? I know I will pick up my weapon and fight against them. What the hell we call them? Terrorists? These people want their country back.
You can ask questions. I mean, that's what being a free democratic society is all about, is asking questions. And they don't have the answers for them.
9/11, because that's what led to the war. Like Dennis was saying, that's what fueled the fire. That's the big part of the lie that led to the lies I witnessed in Iraq.
You're gonna tell me that it's an honor to serve in Iraq when private contractors get paid $100,000 plus and drive $60,000 vehicles inside the base while soldiers are outside the base rolling and patrolling and losing their lives?
Because it's all there in black and white. You read the bill and it tells you exactly what's going on. So, and if enough people start questioning, then they're going to have to rescind the bill.
And I'm thinking this is racism. This is what feeds the fuel that Iraqis are beneath us and we can go kill them. Because look it, they killed 3,000 innocent people. They don't care about innocent lives.
Is that honor? Are you kidding me? Is it an honor knowing that KBR stock has more than doubled since the war started?
I mean, I don't want my family growing up in an oppressive society where they can't walk outside and breathe fresh air without someone pointing a gun at them.
In Desert Storm, we couldn't get into Baghdad because the people heard about the innocent people we killed in the bombings.
I'm outraged at what is going on. Again, they're using this idea of patriotism and honor. That's bullshit.
And they might say that could never happen, but why would they put that language in there, giving them the authority to do it?
Now, 3,000 Americans are dead. We don't care how many Iraqis you got to kill. Killing the civilians is part of war.
That's bullshit. How about sending home the soldiers with their lives? Sending the soldiers home with honor. That's foolhardiness.
If they didn't have any intent on using it. So don't believe what they tell you, because our forefathers left England because of the very things that are going on in our government today.
And that's what they sent us into Baghdad with. I joined in 03 because I was broke, I needed money, but I was a young American kid, I wanted to fight in the war.
So we're fighting in Iraq for honor? What happened to fighting for freedom and democracy? I'm just amazed.
I served my country. I got an honorable discharge from the Army, and I swore an oath to protect the country from all enemies, foreign and domestic.
I joined up, month out of training, I arrived in Baghdad, Iraq, January 04. Saddam's been captured.
You know, Senator McCain, a few months ago, he was on TV saying that he spent Thanksgiving in Iraq.
Now, these people that are operating in our government right now are criminals. And you don't have to agree with me, you can disagree with me, but time will tell.
And I get there, and the guys that I'm serving with have been there for 6 months already. They were there in 03. And I go, well, You know, I think it's come out that, you know, these people had nothing to do with 9/11. There was no Iraqi on those planes.
The soldiers want to send the message that we need to let them win the war.
We can see around here there's no Al-Qaeda, there's no terrorist syndicates in Baghdad or Iraq. Saddam had stamped them out. And I asked my buddies, well, you know, we're here to find weapons of mass destruction.
And if we don't do something, like I said, if we don't all stand up and participate in our free democratic society, you're going to lose your rights.
And they laughed at me. And I said, well, you know, we're here to help the people. And they laughed at me.
He said, the soldier's message is, let us win the war, and everybody cheers.
And I said, well, what's our mission? What's our goal? I thought we were going to find the people that did 9/11. I thought we were going to get these weapons of mass destruction. I thought we were going to help people. And they're like, all we're trying to do is make it home alive.
And you're going to lose them quick. They're devaluing the dollar. The Federal Reserve is printing money, which they don't have the authority to do, regardless of what Congress says they do.
There is an army rising up. There is an army rising up, and I'm telling you right now, you want to be a part of it. Because you know what? The enemy's trying to move too. Man, look at the news.
You know, Senator McCain, if you want to know the soldiers' opinion, you should ask them. But I'm tired of these politicians speaking on our behalf and using our name to lobby and to try to win this election.
And then I'm going to lead you in now to the other lies, because you guys know the lies, but I bled for these lies. I watched my brothers die for these lies.
It's in the Constitution. They do not have the authority to print paper money. That's in our Constitution.
Look at the news. Look at the evilness that is going on in this world. Look at the corruption. Look at the gay marriage. Look at these young people disrespecting elders, beating up elders for no reason.
People had lost people in 9/11. 1, 2, family. I lost many of my friends and brothers.
You know what? Ron Paul's the only Republican candidate that opposes the war. And guess what? He's got more military donations than any other candidate.
People jumping people. Look at the violence that is shared all across Facebook and WorldStar to the point where you're getting desensitized.
And I lost part of me for the stuff I did in Iraq.
So whatever you hear on TV isn't what the reality is. And the people need to stand up and unite and stop this.
Look at just the gay people just trying to invade everything. The devil's voice is loud and clear, and he's trying to defy God stronger than ever before.
And then we go to January, February, March. You know, nothing's happening. And then Bush gives his speech about bring it on.
Well, Democrat and Republican, what does that say about what the military thinks? And you're talking about honor?
You guys think that I'm the only one who's fired up for God? No, I'm telling you, there's people all over the world. God is raising up an army, and it is about to be crazy. This earth is about to be shook.
And in April of 2004, we lost 135 soldiers.
70% of the people are against the war. 70% of Americans have been against the war for a long time.
There is an army that is rising up. You need to be a part of it. Soldier up, man up. Make up your mind that you're going to be sold out for Jesus. Don't let the devil punk you. Don't let nobody else make you feel it.
For this lie, for his lies, for his swaggers being from Texas or whatever.
Because you are losing your rights as we speak. They got H.R. 2749, which is the Food Safety Act, and this affects the entire country.
See, when the Civil War starts, we're going to be fighting for freedom, for liberty. We'll be fighting out of passion for what is right.
The more soldiers we lost, the more our procedures changed.
How about representing them? What does that say about the war?
The enemy, you know what they fight for? They fight for a paycheck, a little bit of money. You think that they're going to be as passionate and willing to fight as us? Absolutely not.
Which leads into escalation. 9/11, we can go kill people now. We lost 135 guys. We can kill people now.
Which gives them the authority to shut down a geographical area, meaning a state, a whole state, if they want to.
They're gonna run with their tails between their legs. Yeah, we might die. We might get shot. The freedom isn't free.
We were ordered and fired upon, hunker down, radio, wait for orders to return fire.
It's bad enough the soldiers can't speak, but speaking on our behalf? That's not right, Senator McCain. That's not right.
Now, you can live as a slave, all right. You can live to use your iPod another day. But is that really how much your freedom is worth?
In April, they told us in a crowded area, if one person shoots at you, kill everybody.
And this war is not about honor. This war is about profiteering. This war is about money. And this war is not about honor. This war is about profiteering. This war is about money.
A lot of people out there, they're afraid to fight. If you're afraid to fight, it's because you don't have God. You don't have God in your heart.
Because they're letting them attack you. They are no longer innocent if they're there at the time of the crime. Sounds like American rules. If your buddy commits a crime, you're there, you can get caught up on charges on it.
You have civilians, private contractors who are sitting in Iraq and those fat asses doing nothing, getting paid $100,000 plus.
Some people out there say, well, I have God in my heart, I'm saved. No, you're not. You're gonna be a coward and just let the enemy walk all over your face.
But these aren't charges, these are death. We're killing people because they're there when someone else attacked us.
Under the guise of contaminated food, they can stop all forms of transportation in and out of the state. They can destroy vehicles. They can declare martial law.
Many people are tied down by materialism, greed, the love of money, the love of the stuff that you own. You're afraid to lose it all.
Because we believe that if we kill enough innocent people, they'll stop the people from attacking us.
While KBR is getting billions of dollars in contracts, unaccounted for.
There's a saying, I'm not sure who came up with this quote, but it goes, you're not truly free to do anything until you've truly lost everything.
But what they don't realize is the innocent people we killed, it was their brother, it was their uncle that was trying to kill us, because we already killed his 3 children.
And they can shut restaurants down, they can shut down supermarkets, and I'm not going for it, and I know there's a lot of people out there that are upset.
Let me go to your house and take all your stuff, take all your flat screen TVs, your iPod, and then we'll see just how scared you are to fight back when you've got absolutely nothing to lose.
No big contracts, KBR along with the other companies. And you know what's the worst part? Is these politicians sending us to war who have their stocks and their money invested in these wars. And that's what's profiteering.
Nothing to lose. You know what runs this planet? Materialism. Many people are materialistic.
You roll into Baghdad, every single big apartment building is blown up.
These politicians sending us to war who have their stocks and their money invested in these wars. And that's what's profiteering. We're nothing but pawns being used for their political agendas.
The god of materialism. And that is what has taken over America.
Every single apartment building in Baghdad has been broken to the ground by artillery and airplanes bombing.
You know, when I joined the military, I raised my hand and said that I'll protect the Constitution of the United States and its people, and against foreign and domestic enemies. But guess what?
I meet a lot of people who say, yeah, I'll just, literally, this one guy told me, I don't want to fight back because I just want to do my own thing and watch football.
You cannot meet someone in Iraq who has not lost a family member. Could you imagine what we had done in America if in 9/11 everybody in America lost a family member?
But guess what? I did not raise my hand to protect private companies like KBR and put my life on the line so they can make a buck.
Something along those lines. He just wanted to sit on the couch all day and watch football and do his own thing. So he said, I'm just going to let the government do whatever they want to do.
What would we be doing? Would we be talking about war? No, we'd be in the streets with weapons.
When are we gonna realize that people fighting in Iraq against us, they're not terrorists, they're soldiers? What would we do if somebody invaded us? I know I would pick up my weapon and fight against them. What the hell we call them? Terrorists? These people want their country back.
Many people I talk to in public about the New World Order, they say, well, maybe we need a New World Order. Maybe that's what this country needs.
And so people talk about, oh, these people killing American soldiers in Iraq, they're terrorists. Not terrorists, they're wearing sandals.
And they don't know what to do. But I'm telling you right now, all we have to do is unite, and we'll be a force to be reckoned with.
Well, they're brainwashed. But what this comes down to is many people say, well, I have a family and kids. Well, I understand that. If you
And they got an AK. And they got 14-year-old boys building bombs to kill these American soldiers because we killed their family.
Because, generally speaking, the people are on the side of the winners.
If you don't have the means to fight back, or if you got a family to take care of, support those who will fight back. Sponsor those who will fight back.
Meaning, if there's more of us than there are of them, then people are going to be on our side. They're not going to be on their side.
Finance those who will fight back, instead of using your money to buy shit you don't need.
So, we're done in Baghdad. We killed enough people. I was ordered to kill innocent people. We killed innocent people. When they shot at us, we shot at everybody.
Because that's how people are. It's the nature of them, and the government knows that. They've done studies, they figured those things out, and that's why they put all these hot button issues out there to distract people so they argue amongst themselves.
Instead of using your money to prepare for what's coming, you're going to go and buy a new, you have the iPad 4, but that's not good enough. You need the iPad 5, or the iPhone 5.
Let's give them their country back. It's that simple. You know, I'm just surprised many Americans say, you know, a lot of American people are their values are driven by Christianity, and mine are too. But guess what? God says, love your neighbor as yourself.
Whatever it might be. And there's a lot of Americans out there, they do that. They got the iPhone 4, but they don't want that. They're not happy with that. They want the iPhone 5.
We were done, you know. Every guy I served with was against the war.
Like race and abortion and terrorism and healthcare and God only knows what else.
The newest, latest fashion is coming out. That's all they care about is Dancing with the Stars and American Idol. That's all they care about.
We believe 9/11 was a lie. This is in 04. Every soldier served just believed 9/11 was a lie.
They got you all distracted, arguing amongst each other while they're all fucking robbing us. Excuse my language, but I'm pissed.
So when it comes to this, oh, we're going to be outgunned, outnumbered, outmatched, that does not mean squat.
We thought the people would expose the lie, know the war's a lie, and bring us home.
So, getting back to the issues, I'm not going to get into everything, but we have a lot of problems in this country.
We fight for freedom. We fight for liberty. We fight for our country against a tyrannical, evil, wicked, demonic government.
I got friends that are there in Baghdad in 07 on their third tour, 3 years in Iraq.
You know what? Let's put ourselves in those shoes and see how we feel. It's that simple. Do unto others as you would have done unto yourself. If you're Christian, ask yourself that question. How would we feel if somebody came in this country and they thought President Bush was a bad president, and they said that we have these weapons, and they said that we're harming terrorism, and they said that we're connected to Al-Qaeda or something, and it wasn't even true, and they attacked us? How would we feel?
Wicked, demonic government who's poisoning our food, our water supply, our airs via chemtrails, giving us tainted vaccinations. And when they make us sick with the stuff that they're giving us, they say, hey, we got some medication to sell you.
And we're talking about it still when people are dying.
And it's been since the beginning of time. The majority of problems arise from greed.
When they make us sick with the stuff that they're giving us, they say, hey, we got some medication to sell you. Huh, that medication makes it worse. And then just make money off us while they're killing us. And everybody's just okay with it all. Everybody's just all right.
We go down to Joff on the way out because we get extended. You did a year, you can't go home yet, you gotta go to Najaf. And we shoot hundreds of artillery rounds into downtown Najaf.
So that's the starting point. Abraham Lincoln said, the money powers prey on the nation in times of peace and conspire against it in times of adversity. And we're in times of adversity right now.
Giving us satanic Illuminati music, satanic Illuminati television shows, lying to us through the mainstream media and fake documentations.
Areas that we couldn't shoot at before because they were religious places.
And that's what the Federal Reserve is doing. And they're not the only bad guy out there, but they have exceeded their authority by printing money. It's in our Constitution.
And everybody's just okay with it.
But just like 9/11, the more soldiers they killed, the more we could do.
They don't have the right to print paper money. Our founding fathers knew the hazards of that, and they specifically put it in the Constitution to make it criminal to do so.
People like you who are against self-defense are the reason why mass genocides happen.
It's all escalation. They've been escalating this war since 1990.
Because it happened before in this country. And they stopped teaching stuff in school. And people don't know. I talked to people today, they didn't even know what martial law was.
You're the reason why 6 million Jews were murdered. People like you who don't want to fight back while you can.
And now they're finally, with this troop surge, they're gonna put soldiers on every street like they're cops.
They're like, what's that? And when I told them, they couldn't believe it. So, I mean, you figure it out. I mean, people have to wake up.
Next thing you know, you find yourself in a FEMA concentration camp. And then what? You're still not gonna fight back because you're an idiot.
Because we've escalated, we've let them do it.
And it's unfortunate, but we're at a point right now that if people don't wake up, they're going to lose everything that they fought for and struggled for all these years.
You know what I'm going to do? When martial law happens, and they try to come for my guns, I'm going to put a bullet in their head. This is America. We the people, for the people, by the people.
We've let them do it because we stood by and we've talked about it. We gotta hit the streets. You gotta stop paying your taxes. You gotta stop feeding this fuel.
And not to mention all the things that our forefathers fought for and died for this country. So I don't want that coming down on my back, and I'm sure that you don't want it coming down on yours.
We are the government. We are the rightful masters, of course, in Congress. Obama is a traitor. Congress is a traitor. They are terrorists, domestic terrorists.
Because if we believe 9/11's a lie, then why are you paying your taxes still? Why are we still letting these soldiers die?
When everyone realizes that they've been duped, they're going to be pissed. And that's why they put all these laws in place, so that when people do realize, it'll be too late for them.
What does the Second Amendment say? A well-regulated militia is necessary to the security of any free state. And who's the militia? We the people.
And me, as now, I won't even talk to politicians about the war, because there ain't no point in it. Democrat, Republican, they're all profiteers of war.
And they won't have anything to say about it because they'll be locked up or shot. Because if you open your mouth against the regime, that's what happens to you.
We need militias to to fight tyranny in government. Or history's gonna happen all over again. Whatever happened in Nazi Germany is gonna happen in America.
Even lots of anti-war organizations are profiting off my brother's pain. No Iraq veterans are getting paid off this war.
Just ask Saddam Hussein's people. And I'm not saying that we're living in one at this particular moment, but we're heading fast towards it.
And people are too pacified, too hypnotized, mesmerized, fluoridated, indoctrinated, too vaccinated to fight back.
No, we're all just sitting in the street homeless. I've helped 5 AWOL soldiers in the U.S. since I've been back.
How would it feel if somebody used preemptive strike against us? We need to wake up, and these politicians need to stop playing with the citizens' emotions to try to give them this emotional high and patriotism. Let's speak reality. Let's speak reality.
You've been dumbed down. You've been made retarded, uninformed, uneducated, miseducated, misinformed.
Well, I spent 2 years in Canada because I refused to go on my second deployment. I came back, I got kicked out of the military. So that's why I'm here. I'm a resistor.
You want to talk about honor and democracy and fighting for freedom? What's going on in Sudan right now? The genocide is going on over there. What are we doing about that? Nah, because we don't have any investments. These politicians don't have any investments over there. That's what it's all about. We need to wake up America.
You've been lied to. You got scales on your eyelids. And many people just don't care.
Because we're tired of waiting. We're tired of waiting for the politicians to stop the war.
And the media, I can't believe how the media is treating Ron Paul. I watched yesterday, the day before the Iowa caucus, and Paul didn't get any airtime.
There's a saying, I believe Thomas Jefferson said this: one man with courage is a majority. You know why? Because all it takes is for one man to stand up, and they all stand up.
We're not going back for that third tour.
So, and I'm not the history teacher. That needs to fall on your shoulders. You need to do your own reading. You need to get involved.
That's true. I've done that before at school. I stood up. Everybody else stood up.
I've been helping 5 AWOL soldiers in the United States, and no one's helping me help them. No.
Why? Because he's the only one that opposes this war, and he's the only one that speaks truth into that tube. He's the only one that talks about the role the CIA plays. He's being real with the American people. Everybody else just wants to play this whole patriotism thing and that, honor and fighting for democracy. Come on, let's speak about it.
Because everybody's afraid to stand up for what's right. There's many people out there who are too afraid to upload a simple YouTube video. They're just afraid to speak out in any way, shape, or form.
No anti-war organization, no one has helped me help these people. I'm digging money out of my broke pockets to help these people get off the street.
And start contacting your representatives and putting pressure on them, because one person can't do it. It takes a village.
God says he does not give us the spirit of fear, but the spirit of sound mind.
And that's why I'm here today, is because, if you believe 9/11 is a lie like I do, and all these soldiers going AWOL, you gotta help the GI resistance.
To raise a child. You heard that expression. It's true. It takes a village to elect a leader.
If you don't have God, you have fear in your heart.
Because we're going to stop the war. No one else is going to stop. You could have 1 million protests, talk to 1 million politicians, expose 9/11, which you got to keep doing. You got to keep exposing 9/11, but that's not going to stop the war.
And then it takes a village to watch that leader and make sure he doesn't go power hungry.
And those who say they have God, but they have fear, do not truly have God.
Because everybody in America pretty much knows it. Everyone in the anti-war movement knows it. They won't talk about it because they're scared of the bad publicity that comes with it. But I don't care. I'm a resistor.
You send me to Darfur, Africa, fight for those people that are being killed, the genocide? I'll gladly do it.
Because if you really do know what it means to be free and have a relationship with God, You're not afraid to stand up against tyranny and government. You're not afraid to stand up to evil.
You know, the movement wouldn't even touch me because I was AWOL. So I'll say how it is. 9/11 was a lie. I know it. We're soldiers. We know it.
And that's where we fell off. We were out watching football or basketball or baseball or going to the beach or talking on the internet or texting each other, whatever the case may be.
And it makes me so angry to know that I'm doing everything I can in my power at this point in time to yell from the rooftops.
So now I'm helping GI resistance, and that's what you gotta do. You gotta focus on 9/11, but like Dennis saying, you gotta keep hurling, pushing stuff.